Hello again, my precious. Today is Friday, and we continue talking about Ukrainian culture and traditions. Please visit my first lecture about it. It was about Ukrainian folk music, and today the topic will be a little bit different. We are going to talk about Ukrainian art, and we are going to talk about something really basic, really basics. So, let's start.
Українська вишивка, Ukrainian embroidery. So I'm in the thematic t-shirt. Actually, I embroidered it myself, and it's a type of Ukrainian embroidery, and it's cross stitch. So, and later on I will tell you about it more. It's just the basics, just to get you interested. And if you want to read more about it, there are loads of books and loads of articles about Ukrainian embroidery, so you can find them anywhere in the internet. And maybe if I won't forget, I will put some books about it. So there are a lot of even the schemes, there are models of Ukrainian embroidery, and you know that it is really beautiful and fashionable. So just feel free, maybe after my video, if you like it, feel free to search and to watch something and maybe even do it yourself. Різні види народних мистецтв. Писанки, розписи, вишивка. So in Ukraine we don't have only embroidery as our folk traditional art. We have different kinds of arts. I just said here 3 examples, but we have much more. Those 3 examples are the most popular. So the first one is писанки, that painted eggs. They can be painted in different colors, in different patterns, ornaments. These painting eggs, they're Easter eggs, most of all, and we have really special art of it. We even have several monuments of писанка, of this beautiful egg which is painted in traditional ornaments. So that's really cool. You can just find in the web loads of their examples of these писанкас. So next is really popular. It is special traditional painting. So for example, here we see the example of Petrikivsky painting, in Ukrainian Petrikivsky розпис. So there are special flowers, some herbal elements, of course we see verbena here, and different traditional flowers in Ukraine in different traditional colors. And we paint in such way we can paint our dishes or special things, objects like chests or something like that. So it's really cool, it looks really nice and traditional, and we have a village Petrikivka where we keep this tradition of this special painting, and yeah, that's pretty cool. And the subject of our today's video is actually embroidery, вышивка. So, and we actually have different kinds of it. So let's look through them. Вышивка, embroidery. So here I just wrote several types of embroidery, and I will read for you and explain, give some examples. So first one is мережка, витягування ниток. So here is an example. How does it look? It's мережка. So we're just pulling out the threads to make some interesting pattern. It looks really stylish like this, like with some little holes, but in great ornament, in pattern. It's really popular way of embroidery in Ukraine, especially with great white shirts. So that looks really cool. Sometimes we can add some color to that to form this pattern. So here we can add some colorful threads, but generally it looks like that. Next is вирізування, яке поєднували з настилуванням. So that's вирізування, it is like cutting something, cutting out. And sometimes it was connected with настилування, it's like smooth embroidery. We are going to talk about it later, but let's say about вирізування. So here is it is вирізування or витинання. So and such shirt it is called витинанка. So it's cutting out some pieces, not just pulling the threads like in mereshka, but cutting out. And you can see that it is sometimes combined with another technique. Here is some elements. This technique is called smooth embroidery. So where we have such some more threads here to add. Cutting some things and then adding another to make a special pattern. It looks really stylish, and this type of embroidery may be one of the most ancient actually. So it really looks great. And let's go to another parts. Actually, настилування, гладь, that's smooth embroidery. So what does it mean? You can see there that it is just smoothly, really close, putting the threads to each other. They are really close together to form a pattern. So the all their after that all the fabric is just like really smooth. It becomes really smooth and really great to touch. And it's like you see, it looks like really 3D embroidery. So it's full of volume. It's full of just really great to touch. It's full of color. So, and actually this type is really ancient too. And in the Cossack period we had this type of embroidery. But here we did it with the silk thread. So here you can see the typical smooth embroidery from the Cossack period, настилування шовком козацької доби. So you see, it's really interesting and really historical things. So something like that, and it looks really beautiful. Just you can watch some models on the internet and find different ways, different schemes to do it. And next one is низ. Низ, it's a type of embroidery with the help of red and black threads. Sometimes we add other colors, but in this thing it's commonly black and red. Why black and red? Black, it was always the symbol of ground, of earth, of something basic, and red, it was always the symbol of love, of passion, of joy. And actually this some combinations of like some of black and red is like combinations of life, like we have black part and we have bright part. So that's really symbolic, and so you can see that such special techniques and such special patterns like this. So, and the last part, the last basic part, because we have more of course, but right now I'm talking about the basics. It's my favorite, хрестик, cross stitch. Here my shirt, as you can see, it is it's cross stitched. So it's my favorite because it's the only thing I can embroider. So here it is. We have special crosses to see. It's pretty easy to do it, and you just need to see the pattern, and you just need some canvas that will help you to cross stitch this, and that's really cool actually, and yeah, pretty easy. So, and I think it's maybe the most popular embroidery here because it's easy. I don't know. I really like it. So this there is a type of all the types of embroideries here. You can look through them again. So again, мережка, pulling the threads, витягування ниток. Вирізування, it's cut out. Настилування, it's really smooth embroidery. Special smooth embroidery for corset cage with silk threads. You can see here. Niz with black or red threads, sometimes with other colors. Вишивання чорними або червоними нитками з додаванням інших кольорів. Хрестик, cross stitch. And it is actually the newest part. It's not really ancient, it's the newest part. It was spread in the end of 19th century and the beginning of 20th century, really spread here. So you can see other things are really ancient. As you can see, why such things like мережка, вирізування were more ancient, because you see that we started to make colors not a little bit later than just cutting out and pulling out threads to make a pattern. So you see, of course. And so let's continue talking about maybe some symbols of embroidery. Символіка, symbols. So why do we do it? Actually, why do we embroider? Of course, the first one is just decoration of our house, of our clothes, of our special objects here. Even we can do писанка in embroidered style. And of course, it has some symbols. The symbols of family, because these traditions, they were kept from family to family, from mother to daughter especially. And every girl in Ukraine in ancient times, and not even in ancient times, maybe even now in some regions, she has to embroider something. And it was just a way of life. So there were no girls in Ukraine that couldn't do it. Right now, of course, we're modern, it's modern times, and some can, some not, but actually it's a tradition, and it was a symbol of the family, of the union of the family. Of course, another symbols of all of that is nature, because we have lots of flowers elements in our embroidery in any regions, especially in region where I was born. It's Dnipropetrovsk region. We have loads of flowers elements in our embroidery, and that's why nature is really important. Of course, this embroidery symbolizes the region where you were born. For example, in my region, it was the flower pattern, lots of flower patterns. In maybe in western parts of Ukraine, they had these rhombs and squares, and it's a little bit more stylish, or not a lot of flower elements. And you can see, actually find a map of regions and see in which region or which type of embroidery was popular. And Ukrainian people, they just saw the clothes and they could guess where were you from, so where was this person from. and it's really interesting. They're really, in some ways, they're really alike, but they're a little bit different. Just look through, there are loads of such maps in the internet. You can see that in some elements. Of course, they were just all the regions communicated with each other, and of course, some took something, some elements, some gave other elements. But it's really interesting to see. Of course, embroidery was connected with some rituals. For the weddings, we needed special embroidery for clothes of the bride and the groom. The bride, before the wedding, this girl should give to her groom lots of embroidered towels, embroidered shirts. It was just a tradition, and of course she had to do it by herself, and to show love to a person, it was like a ritual to show him love. And you can see that in lots of folk songs, the girl gave to a boy an embroidered shirt. It was just the showing of affection, of greatest affection. Of course, the birth of a child, that's with these embroidered napkins, with these embroidered towels, and this special embroidered shirt for the child, embroidered by the mother. It just had some elements of amulets, of something that will give luck, will bring luck to this child in life. And yes, traditionally, and giving away all the mystery, it was just a great decoration, and it is now a great decoration. It's fashionable, it's cool, especially if it's handmade. It's just brilliant, and in every region we have such great embroider masters that can do it, and they do it really brilliantly, not amateur like me. It was just my hobby to calm down my nerves, but that's it. So I adore embroidery, Ukrainian embroidery especially, because that's the huge part of our life. And I have to finish my lecture. It was rather short. I didn't want to talk a lot about it because there are lots of information. I just want you to get interested in it, to find this information, and to read more about Ukrainian embroidery, and to see how beautiful it is, and how traditionally beautiful it is. That's really something really special for us. So feel free, and feel free to ask me questions about it. I will be really happy to answer them all.
So this is the end of our video. I hope you have liked it. I hope you've enjoyed it immensely, like I have enjoyed doing it, because I really like to talk about Ukrainian culture, traditions, art, and everything connected with it. And I hope it was useful for you to know something more about my country, about my culture. And if you like my lectures, just feel free to tell me, or just to put the huge thumb up. And please write down maybe some other topics you would like to discuss. And we'll see each other next Friday. Bye bye.